Thank you so much for being here. This is an unusual topic. I'm going to read what I wrote and then read the transmission to you, just so I don't miss something, because I really want you to understand how this all topic came to be. This is what I wrote. This seems like an odd, unusual topic to want a transmission for. The topic is the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is the cup that Jesus drank from. The story is that it's the cup that Jesus drank from at the Last Supper, and also it's the cup that collected Jesus's blood at his crucifixion. So every once in a while, I see a word, or I see a sentence, or I see a headline that makes me, as soon as I read it, it makes me start receiving information immediately. It's the same thing that when I'm doing a writing for a client, one of you guys, a private one, a personal session. When I'm doing a personal session for people, the same kind of thing happens. As soon as I read the question, the transmission begins. Now, in that case, I'm ready. I'm sitting down, and I try not to. I usually don't read a question before I sit down until the scheduled date for the writing that I do. But as soon as I read the question, the transmission starts. Now, in a case like this, when I thought I saw the Holy Grail, it starts coming, and I'm like, okay, wait, because I don't have a piece of paper, I don't have my pencil or my pen and my paper. So I wait, I write down what I want to do, and then later on I'll take the transmission. That's what happened with this. That's what happened in this situation. I heard the words, or I saw the words, the Holy Grail, and then I thought to myself, everyone is looking for it. Everyone is searching for the Holy Grail. Where is it? I'm asking myself, where is it? I think that's kind of interesting. Where's the Holy Grail? That would be a great discovery. That would be a great thing to be able to find. Everybody's looking for it, and if you could find it, that would be pretty cool. I thought, well, you could figure out how to remote view it, remote view the location, or you could use a pendulum. And then I thought, well, I'll just ask my sources and see what happens. My universal sources, my spirit guides, and then go from there. This is the transmission I received. In your decision to become a physical body upon the earth realm, you set forth to experience as many things as possible. You were determined to learn as much about as many things as possible in an array of areas. You intentionally wanted to observe and even experiment based on your needs, on your soul growth, underlined for your soul growth, and how you wanted to achieve the soul growth you most wanted in the current lifetime. You have curiosity, you have interests, you have motivations. You have curiosities, interests, motivations to many things that you see, the things you see outside of your physical self. The forefathers of what has become the religious establishment knew if an individual has complete self-determination, if an individual was allowed to lead their life for their own highest and best good without harm to others, the person would not be easily, if at all, controlled. During the time the religious establishment founders were setting the roots, most of the population learned and lived by common law amongst themselves. They learned and adhered to the societal rules, regulations, and laws, and yet many could not read the written word. Learning came from the voice and memory, from one person to another. They led their individual activities within the 10 Commandments and Golden Rule, willingly, naturally, intuitively, each as an individual within their source power. The biggest thing missing for the developing religious establishment was control of the narrative, most certainly in the times we are referring to, when religious organization was being established. Excuse me. It was necessary to usurp the individual power, the individual source power, as thoroughly and as completely, transforming from individual power to no individual authority. It was usurped through fear, through pitting one against another, through calling spiritual intuition, psychic strengths, learning through stories as evil, as wrong. That's what they called it. They called it evil and wrong. All condemned, because what was underlined, what was normal activities and learnings could no longer be allowed if the people were to be controlled. As time passed, humanity forgot their own source power, forgot their sovereignty, forgot the truth stories, forgot common law, forgot self, and replaced the intuitive knowledge with fear and blind following. Thus, all of humanity were patterned to look outside of self for curiosities, interests, motivations, knowledge, instead of recognizing that each one of you, underlined, each one of you, holds source power, leaving you seeking to find the Holy Grail. Let me go back up here. It says, for curiosity's infancy. Thus, all of humanity were patterned to look outside of self for curiosities, interests, motivations, knowledge, and looking to their clergy, leaders for direction and answers, instead of recognizing that each one of you, underlined, each one of you, hold source power, leaving you seeking to find the Holy Grail outside in remote locations, any place except yourself. You, dear one, you are the cup that holds all. You are the vessel that holds all knowledge. You, dear one, are the Holy Grail. That's the end. That's where it ended. Now, I suppose that deeply religious people may not like that message. And if you don't, then don't make it hard on me. You know, don't make it hard on the message. It's a message. And I would appreciate that if you don't like the message, then you move on and don't make it hard on the video. Because I really do appreciate getting these messages out, and I don't mean to be a hassle to anybody, and I don't want to be hassled either. But it is a pretty I would think it's a controversial subject until you listen. And I hope you do that. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel and share the message too. I mean, I know that please like and share, just becomes kind of routine, but I really do appreciate you sharing my videos with other people just to get the message out. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping in, and stay tuned because there's a lot more to come.